Good evening, viewers. We welcome you to today's news edition. First, let's take a quick look at the headlines. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman says country's inflation rate stands at 6.2% despite COVID-19 pandemic. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma releases 1.2 crore rupees to 170 producer groups under Focus program. ₹20 crore released to JHADC on 7th February, informed Chief Minister Conrad Sangma, process to release other pending dues in place. An All India Congress committee likely to suspend 5 Congress MLAs, says MPCC President Vincent Pala. The news in detail. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has asserted that the government's inflation management is robust and the inflation rate stands at 6.2% despite the challenges posed by unprecedented COVID-19 pandemic. She countered opposition's allegations over the inflation. While replying to discussion on the Union Budget 2022-23 in the Rajya Sabha today, referring to the global financial crisis in 2008-2009, she said, the Indian economy witnessed a contraction of 2.12 lakh crore rupees during that time, whereas the country witnessed contraction of 9.57 lakh crore rupees during the COVID-19 pandemic. She said despite the huge contraction in the economy during the pandemic, the country's CPI inflation is at 6.2%, whereas it was 9.1% in 2008-2009.
Inflation was at 9.1%, the CPI, for a reduction of only 2.12 lakh crores, which is big enough. Global financial crisis hit us. That was the reduction in gain. Whereas the pandemic hit us and the loss to the GDP was 9.57%, and our management of the inflation is that it is only 6.2%.
At a farmers' collectivization for upscaling production and marketing system or Focus program at Chokpot, Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma distributed cheques amounting to 1.2 crore rupees to 170 producer groups to upscale their farming and entrepreneurial activities. Sangma said the MDA government launched the innovative inclusive farmers welfare program of Focus with an aim to help over 4.5 lakh farmers in the state. He said that the program was conceptualized by the state government, taking into consideration the economic hardship that the farmer community had to face due to COVID-19 pandemic. The Chief Minister also attended the self-help group Mela at the same venue and extended financial assistance worth more than 1 crore to 29 villages, organizations and self-help groups. He stated that the MDA government is happy to support the women-led self-help group movement that is empowering enterprising women at the grassroots level. Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma recently informed that an amount of 20 crore rupees from the Mineral Resources Department was released to the JHADC on the 7th of this month. The Chief Minister said this during his recent visit to West Janta Hills district. It may be mentioned that the JHADC employees did not get their salary in the last 14 months. Sangma added that the process is in place from the government side to release the other pending amounts to the district council.
So yes, we are in the process of giving full support to the JHADC and the CEM and the EC as a whole. They have been meeting very regularly. They've been very concerned about this issue. But of course, as you are aware, that the overall revenues of the state in terms of the royalty share, the royalty aspect has gone down because of the mining, and that has impacted their collection of revenue. But still, we are finding ways and means in which we can support, and we will continue to support the JHADC.
Meghalaya Pradesh Congress Committee President Vincent Pala has stated today that the All India Congress Committee will likely suspend the 5 Congress MLAs who have joined the MDA coalition and issue a show cause notice to them. Addressing a press conference today, he said that the Congress will go by its rules and the Constitution. He further said that the High Command is not in favour of the MLAs joining the Meghalaya Democratic Alliance. Working President PN Same has sent a report to Delhi and will receive the report from AICC by midnight.
We have a constitution, we have rules when you act. You see, the Congress is a disciplined party and it's a national party. Whatever decision, we cannot take a decision here, something, there, the other thing. Whatever decision, it has to go through Parliament. The national leaders has to know. The state leaders has to know. See the statement which they have given also, many of the statements given also, they said we don't bother about the party, we only think about our constituency. We only think are our people. So that may not go well with the rest of the 60 constituencies or with the system of a party, a national party, as a Congress as a national party.
The state government received official communication from the Ban Hinyotrap National Liberation Council HNLC yesterday for holding peace parleys without any precondition. Home Minister Lakmin Rimboy said the government came to know the HNLC was keen on talks and sought the appointment of an interlocutor for the purpose. He said the outfit did not set any precondition but declined to reveal the content of the letter. He added that the process of appointing an interlocutor had already begun. Meanwhile, Cabinet Minister Bante Dorlingdor, who was a former cadre of the militant outfit, stated that the government and the militant outfit should both be serious in their approach, ensuring that the dialogue sees the light of day.
This is every government, every citizen of the state. They want peace and tranquility, progress and development within the state. So we have seen that once we go two steps, there is always one step back because of this misunderstanding. So this is a big boast to the government. Moreover, it will give us the confidence that nothing is impossible. It is only the open mind should be there.
This is a good step. It shows that they want to see the peace and harmony in our state, and the people of the state also, they want to see that. This is very serious, and we should take this forward and to see the light of the day for the HNLC to come and negotiate, to come and live with the society.
Addressing a press conference yesterday, RTI activist Dispar Singh Rani said that there are 1,708 vacant posts in 15 different government departments. The true figures probably higher as response from the other department are still awaited. He said that as many as 547 vacant posts are in the health department, and this figure does not include vacancies in East Khasi Hills, Jowai and Tura. Departments with a significant number of vacancies include water resources, statistics, soil and water conservation, printing and stationery and commerce and industry, among others. Rani also claimed that officiating appointments are those on compassionate grounds practices that he said were abolished in 1997 and 2010, but still being made functional by some departments.
Kini ketika creationist keba ngawara mentas ni, but kini kipus keba lalak menta ke membatai pi ke poikan news pa pra ke sosi apa dia tu pi ro kita ni kipus keba officiate lah insyaallah penduk adu kendai penyu menta ka compassionate ko kerau lah penduk hawar jar sepro dai kita untuk ki baru menta gedang tung compassionate kerau poknya depan.
Meghalaya reported 81 new COVID cases today, bringing the total number of active cases to 928. 172 new recoveries reported in the last 24 hours, taking the number of total recoveries in the state to 90,360. And one COVID-related death reported in the state today, and the total number of fatalities reaches to 1,559. Meanwhile, over 58,000 new cases reported in the country in the last 24 hours. Over 1,50,000 recoveries in the last 24 hours increased total recoveries to 4,13,31,158, and the recovery rate is currently at 97.17%. And now the weather report in Shillong. The maximum temperature was recorded at 16.3 degrees Celsius and the minimum temperature was 5.7 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity in the morning was 58% and in the evening it was 78%. Forecast: light rain is very likely to occur at isolated places. Our news bulletin is also available live on our YouTube channel. In addition to watching on television, viewers may visit the DD News Shillong YouTube channel to tune in into our daily bulletin. Before we wrap up, here are the headlines once again. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman says country's inflation rate stands at 6.2 despite COVID-19 pandemic. Chief Minister Conrad Sangma releases 1.2 crore rupees to 170 producer groups under Focus program. ₹20 crore released to JHADC on 7 February, informed Chief Minister Conrad Sangma. Process to release other pending dues in place. An All India Congress committee likely to suspend 5 Congress MLAs, says MPCC President Vincent Pala. Well, viewers, that is all we have for you from our newsroom this evening. We will be back tomorrow at the same time with new updates. Till then, it's good night.